Hello and welcome back to the Broken Doll, and we are going to now sand a body. We'll take her little body here. Since we've done her legs, we might as well get her body on the go. Let's just see what's behind this body here. So I have a nice piece of sandpaper here, and we're going to take it. Where was that fold? Right there. Yeah, I see it right there. Go. Okay, and we fold this again. Oh, let's go this way with it too. Okay, there we go. Now let's go over this body. Is this her body? Oh no, this is her body. Shoot, what am I doing? She has a little body. Okay, let's do her body here. Just going over. I'm glad a lot of you like the fact of me doing the bins and keeping things organized, and this is how you get a lot of dolls done. For me anyways, I'm going to hope this really works. I think it will. Now see, getting into that belly button, I got to work on that later. But right now it's just about showing you the areas that we're in need of some spackling. So we'll get the gist of this stuff off. There we go. As soon as I you can see already some of the troubled areas. And see, it filled in the belly button, which we don't want that filled up. We have to have that dug out later. So that's what this spackling does. So it fills in areas, and then we sand it out. We sand out what we feel. You make your sandpaper go over it, not into it. Know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to stop. Don't just sit there and keep sanding and sanding until it's all gone, because then you defeated the whole purpose of it here. There we go. There we go. There, so you can see, look at how that works. You can see the area here where this is all just filling right in and needs issues. So let's do the back. We'll go to the back here, and you can see the back. You can start sanding the back, and you can see where it starts to leave behind little areas. And I wish I could say thank you to the person who mentioned spackling to me many, many years ago. I wish I knew who it was. It was a lady who mentioned and said to me, do you not think spackling would help? And I just thought, I don't know what spackling was. So like I told the story before, I had to ask my husband, what's spackling? And he goes, oh, that's something we used when we were fixing houses and renovating houses. We used it. And he said, you know, that could work. And he said, we fill it in for filler, like in places too. And he says, you know, that's an idea. And I said, well, you know, I like to at least try it. And it's raining. Well, I'm underneath the umbrella. As long as it doesn't start whipping around, it's just lightly raining, just a light rain. So, but you can see already just where it's filling in already. And even just going into the buttocks here, you know, you fill in the butt split here, and you got to dig that all out, you know, and make sure that you're getting only what needs to be in there. But it's fun. This is fun stuff to do, you know. It's relaxing, and you come out on a so-called nice day, and it's pretty good out here, you know. And that way I won't use, my machine's not on right now, but it doesn't suck any of this up. It doesn't spread through my shop. It keeps my shop cleaner. And coming out on a table and doing this is nice. I think I got a rain cloud over me. So my walnut tree is dropping its nuts early this year. Apparently that's a sign of, it's a sign of many things that they said, but I know what our problem was this year. We had a long, cold spring, and they couldn't fertilize properly. And that's been happening to a lot of the trees, they said, around here because of our spring being, like, we're just now warming up now in June pretty much. We usually have April, May, end of April, May, we're getting a lot of nice warm weather. But I was running with heat on in my home right through into May, parts of May. And then air conditioning some days, and then heat again. I couldn't put I brought out little space heaters. Instead of putting on the full heat, I put out space heaters, and just to kind of keep it kind of like the nip out of the house. And this is in May, so not, you know, the trees here didn't adjust to that. Hear the rain? Yeah, it's raining. I'm underneath the umbrella. We're fine. So anyways, we've been noticing all the nuts falling off the tree. They're just little tiny things like this. Well, I guess apparently the tree knows when it doesn't get the right fertilization, there's not going to be no nuts in there, and the tree releases something through its branches, and the nuts will fall. And it's more like the guy described it as a miscarriage in the trees when it comes to it. He said he didn't like to use that term, but it was the best term to use to describe this. It's like the fruit of the tree just cannot produce fruit because of this problem. And it aborts it, or it miscarriages it. It lets it go. And it's all to do because we had a long, cold spring. And that is very true what happened here this year. We could not warm up. And it just wanted to stay cold. And so now we got our warm here. They're just not, the tree had produced a lot of nuts, but they're just little tiny, little green things like that. And that's as far as they're getting. And we've been hearing, like when we were in the tent there, you hear bang, bang, like little pop, 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 pop on the tent. And I said, what in the world is this? And it was the nuts falling. So I was like, wow. So that's what it was. Yeah. So we're not going to have no nuts on the tree. We had last year was a year of rest for the tree. Every so many years a walnut tree will not produce anything. Then this year it's supposed to be like a bumper crop that you're supposed to get, but that ain't happening. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else out there has had that before with any of their walnut trees, but that's what was happening here to these ones here. So I was like, darn. So no nuts this year again. So I went on YouTube about it to see what was happening to my tree. And these are not, there's no infection in the tree or anything of that sort. These are healthy trees. And they say it does happen. Now sometimes insects can do it too, but we don't have that here. That's not happening. It's been known, it's being talked about in this area right now that the trees are the nut trees are having a hard time producing nuts this year. So this is milliput in this area. That's why I'm going over it a little bit more, because I'm just trying to smooth it, which it is. Okay. But yeah, I hope you're seeing this here, that you see what I'm doing. Just sanding this here. She has no nameplate on the back, so I can go right across her shoulders with no problem. I can't do that when it comes to the these bodies here, but then I didn't go over them to begin with. You can see why. Because you could erase that right out of the, off the doll. Or make it so that you can't see it very well. So, yeah, this is how you do it. Just sit now and just sand away. Like I've been telling everybody, my daughter's birthday's on Sunday, and right on Father's Day, but we went today for her meal, and we had some cake today. She got herself a nice birthday cake, and we had cake and ice cream. In Canada here, we have an ice cream called Chapman's. You don't scoop it, you slice it because it's a checkerboard, so you can get the checkerboard. It comes in a square. Even when I was a child, we used to slice our ice cream, not scoop it, because you get certain effects with the ice cream. And we rarely ever scooped our ice cream. It was always sliced. And it came in a square, and we sliced it. And bucket ice cream, I don't believe was out at the time. Now you could scoop it, but you wouldn't get the design of what they were trying to give you. This is made by Chapman, a Dutch company. They make very good ice cream. And this was checkerboard. You get chocolate and vanilla. And that's what she decided to have with her cake this year. Was this ice cream that you slice. Now we do have scoop ice cream here too, for sure. You know, and there probably was at the time also, but it wasn't as popular. We always talked about sliced ice cream, you know, slicing your ice cream. And from what I understand, it's a very European thing too, I guess. I'm not sure if the Europeans, if there's, you know, subscribers out there can tell me differently, but back in your day, do you remember sliced ice cream? I know we had it. That's all I can say here. We did. So maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm not sure. But this was a Dutch ice cream called Chapman. And very good ice cream. But as a kid, I do remember my parents always slicing the ice cream. Just something different for those that don't know about it. Maybe some of you do. Maybe you have it in the United States, I'm not sure. But it was a thing regular at our table. Have, you know, bringing the ice cream out and slicing it. And putting it on a nice little plate. I imagine we did have scoop ice cream too back then. I just remember this is a memory of this here. I just remember mostly though having sliced ice cream. You know, it's like big, like sliced bread. There you go. But anyways. If you want to see it, I can take my camera in the house and show it to you if you want to see the ice cream. So if you want me to, I can take a picture of it, make a video of it being sliced, and you can see, or of the ice cream itself if you want to see it. If you've never seen it before, I can show it to you, you know, but not a problem, you know. So let me know down below if you want to see the ice cream that we sliced. So kind of do a point, dig into that, get that out of there. This stuff is firm enough to stay like it feels like a rock, but yet soft enough you can dig it out. It's really funky stuff. I really love this stuff. There we go. We got the belly button back again. So you can see what I've been doing here. And there we go. And going down into the butt crack. There we go. There we go. So there we go. We pretty much have we have a body done now. There we go. And so what I will do with this next is I will take these and I'll wipe them all down with a microfiber rag, and then they'll be set aside and covered up so they don't get dust on them. Because when you paint, you want them dust free, because the paint will show the dust. So they need to go into a dust free area. And I seal them up in they'll go into a bag. They won't stay in the bin once I feel that they're done with and they're ready for painting, which this, let's say, I'm pretty much, there's still some cleaning up I need to do on just a little bit, you know, in here and still around some of the armholes. But I'm trying to show you the gist of it. And yeah, I just want you to see that. So that way you can see what goes on. Like around the neck here, still needs some cleaning up. But I want you to see what's been left behind on the body. And the little things that need, you know, that you'd ever think you'd see that were little nicks in this body. There you are. You're seeing, excuse me, now everything that's been left behind. And all these little gouges that were made are now covered up, and the paint will go right over them. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you out. I hope you learned a lot from this so that you understand what spackling can do, the magic of it. And if you're making fingers, you don't need to have a pin put in it. I never use them. At one time when we worked with other clays, you had to have a pin so that the clay could stick to something, but not with Milliput. Milliput is a wonderful product now that it just takes out that step now. And that frustration step too. It was very frustrating. So now we don't have to worry about that. So wonderful stuff here. I hope you're seeing a lot here. You're learning a lot from what I'm showing you here. And yeah, this is great stuff. And you know, you just shake out your little towel afterwards. I'll go out in the yard and I'll shake it, let the stuff go where it may, and we're on our way. And all I'm going to do is just sit out here in the rain and just sand away. Isn't that wonderful? So anyways, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll be coming back with more, and I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you, like I say, it taught you a lot and got you to see a lot of stuff that's going on here. And yeah, here we are, you know. And you can see this wonderful little body now that's going to look just great. So anyways, thank you for joining me. And like I say, lots more to come of this wonderful stuff. So give me a comment if you can, if you want to. And also give me a thumbs up if you can. I appreciate that. And for those that are passing by and you say, hey, I like the woman, I like that woman. I like the way she stands. I can understand that. So come on. Sit down and watch these videos, because I'll tell you, you'll see stuff that you might want to try yourself. You might be at a yard sale and say, hey, there's an old doll. I saw a lady fix one up. I think I can do that too. Guess what? You can. You can do this. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And we'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.